Colombian Spanish and tutor. In this video, I'm going to answer a question and give my opinion about the statement. Okay, the statement is, particularly Spanish-English bilingualism has been privileged. This is seen as providing access to highly visible, socially accepted form of bilingualism, leading to the possibility of employment in the global marketplace. In contrast, bilingualism in minority, Amerindian or Creole languages has been generally undervalued and associated with an invisible form of bilingualism related to underdevelopment, poverty, and backwardness. According to the statement read previously, it's true that when talking about bilingualism or bilingual education in Colombia, the central focus is only on the use of Spanish English. However, no credit or greater importance is given to Creole or indigenous languages that this country also has. I want to share these references from Silvia Valencia that she explains. As a result of globalization and the widespread use of English worldwide, the term bilingualism has acquired a different meaning in the Colombian context. It's used by many to refer almost exclusively to Spanish-English bilingualism. Currently, this focus on Spanish-English bilingualism predominates, and the other dimensions of multilingualism and cultural difference in Colombia are often ignored. The existence of other languages in different regions of the country is overlooked, particularly the languages of the Colombian indigenous population. Regarding this, I believe that other languages in different regions of the country can be integrated into the bilingualism programs in Colombia to learn more about their culture, since it's necessary to overcome the prejudices related to Spanish-English bilingualism, where all the language, including indigenous and Creole languages. In this way, it will help to actively build a more tolerant and inclusive society. Okay. Here it's an example. According to some specialists, they commented that native languages are communication tools that allow the transmission of knowledge and values through ritual, festive, and daily practices and expressions, which give a sense of identity and social cohesion to indigenous people and communities in the world. That is to say, I think it's pertinent that the programs incorporate not only international language courses but also native language courses so that cultural roots are not lost. I would also like to highlight a part of Antanas Mocus, which claims that although it's urgent to master English, the strategy that has been decided for the city cannot be limited to 2 languages. Here, I consider a lot in what he says, since it's very important to include these other languages in the bilingualism program in Colombia, and that not only English be categorized a multicultural and plurilingual nation needs a language policy that takes into account not only exolinguistic concerns but also interlinguistic ones. It's important to value and promote indigenous and Creole languages. This implies providing support and resources for the learning and teaching of these languages. Okay. No. Or in other words, we must look both outward to a globalized world and inward to focus on local complexities. So now let's get to the question. The question we can ask for how for bilingual education programs for majority language speakers in Colombia today are actively helping towards the creation of a more understanding, a more tolerant society, and not only providing a way to better jobs and higher standard of living of their graduates. Teachers must be sensitive to the cultural implication of what they teach. They need to be able to help their students become aware of the value of different ways of seeing the world, and as Byron 1999 says, to adopt a critical of and comparative methodology towards different cultural practices and beliefs. So, on the other hand, teachers must be able to help their students develop intercultural competencies, as well as linguistic, sociolinguistic, and discursive competencies. To help students develop cultural sensitive, it's necessary to help teachers increase their awareness of these issues. Courses on teaching. Okay. Courses on teaching methodology should be complemented by reflection on how different methodological options can be exploited to promote intercultural understanding. According to the Colombian American University Institution 25, it's therefore important that bilingual schools develop coherent policies on intercultural relations, which would help students reaffirm the esteem for our culture and the understanding of other cultures. Teachers and school administrators must understand the principles of bilingualism and bilingual education so that they can make informed decisions about academic and linguistic issues in their specific bilingual context. For example, that the school has hired a bilingual teacher of social science, and therefore the whole social science program will be given in English. But also this reference to process of bilingual and intercultural development processes. Teachers must be sensitive to cultural implication of what they teach. Sorry. Processes. Okay. Finally, the experience. Yeah, I have not had an experience regarding bilingualism, not at a school. I learned about the culture at the Centro Colombo Americano Manizales, yes, Caldas. There I learned a lot about the English culture. However, I have not had significant experiences. That's all for today. Thank you so much.